Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks so much for clicking it. It means a lot if you guys keep clicking. If you guys keep clicking, I'll keep making. And today, we're talking about this past episode, which to me, I think is going to be the last episode in a string of kind of episodes, very mid per se. I feel like, to me, it's going to start kicking up now. That's usually what these seasons do in this new era, is they kick up around Final 8. But of course, we have to get one last episode. Now, this was a double boot episode, so we got rid of two people. The tribe of 10 split into two groups and kind of went back to the pre-merge with two groups of 5 voting out one member each. And so it was definitely interesting. You definitely had some drama and some really fun strategy. Again, just kind of an episode. If you haven't already, like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff because it's free, it's easy, and it really helps the channel out. Okay, so we opened the episode on Owen kind of being mad that he was left out of the vote. We kind of flash back to a convo that was had right before the vote, where Owen was told by both James and Sammy, but specifically James, because James was in control, that the vote is Ryan. Vote Ryan. And so Owen votes Ryan, and he is the only person to vote Ryan, and everybody else votes for Janine. It's almost unanimous vote, leaving Owen really on the outs here. And he kind of confronts James at night, and talks shit about him to other people, saying, James told me this, and then I did it, everything he said, and then he played me, and oh my God, and Owen is mad at James. Owen does not want to talk to James, and Owen really doesn't even allow James to explain himself here. He's very angry with James, and it seems like they're going to have a beef here. That's kind of been hinted at for the past few episodes here. On top of that, we see Sammy saying that he wants to use Owen, who's kind of his main ally at this point, for a big move in this upcoming vote, considering that Owen wants to make a move as well because he's on the bottom. We then move to the challenge, where the group of 10 is split up into two groups. Those groups are as follows. The red group is Cassidy, Jesse, Gabler, Ryan, and Cody. And in the blue group, it's Owen, Sammy, Noel, Carla, and James. And in the blue group, Carla wins immunity, which is shocking. So Carla wins immunity and is safe in this group. And then for the red group, Cody wins immunity. And on top of that, between both groups, Cody lasts longer than Carla, making it so that the red group gets PB&Js, as well as the privilege of being able to see who was voted out from the other group, because they get to go second as far as tribal is concerned, which is a pretty big privilege. So the strategy is really complicated, but also pretty simple. So on this red tribe, it's really Jesse, Gabler, and Cody in control, specifically Jesse and Cody, with Gabler kind of being attached to them, and they're deciding whether to go for Ryan or Cassidy. The argument for Ryan is just simply that Ryan is, let's just put it this way, he is a big threat, he's a giant guy, but the argument against it is he's a goat. I mean, he'll listen to you, and he will not make big moves, and he's not a strategical threat or a social threat, whereas in Cassidy is a big threat socially and strategically. She's a big ally of Carla and James, and so it would be really bad if they could get together and make a move later on in the game. But it's also for the exact same reason it's bad to vote Cassidy out, because James and Carla will be very mad at Jesse and Cody for voting out their ally in Cassidy. So that's what they're weighing, and they actually decide that they'll vote Cassidy if they see James get blindsided, because then James and Cassidy are gone and it's just Carla who's mad at them. But if James stays and somebody else goes, then they'll probably vote out Ryan. And so it's iffy here, but that is the idea at this point. And over on the blue tribe, it's a lot of different types of alliances, but the main idea here is it's James versus Owen. Owen and James are having serious beef at the water well. I believe it's Owen and James having a combo. This is the first combo since the last tribal that they've had one-on-one, and it's very frustrating. They're yelling at each other, arguing, and Owen's argument is like, you left me out of the last vote, like, oh my God, like, you like lied to me, like, that's not fair. And James his argument is that you've voted for me at the past 2 votes. Both kind of valid arguments. I think James here is more logically right, but I think James handles this in a more immature way, where he kind of starts yelling first, and then it causes Owen to yell. On top of that, he kind of gives off like this mafioso vibe where he's like telling Owen like, okay, like I see how it is. I see how it is. Almost kind of hinting that like Owen is going to be the vote and there's nothing that Owen can do about it. It's not very good. And Carla sees this. They actually walk into camp yelling at each other, and it causes a big argument. Noelle makes a comment saying like, calm down, guys, calm down, like chill out. She offers some papaya in the middle of their screaming match. It's pretty funny. But in the end, Noelle has an idea to use her Cecilia vote to steal Owen's vote, which is what she tells James, so that James feels comfortable. Because again, they don't know what James's advantage is. If they knew that it was just the knowledge is power, they'd probably just be fine to just straight up blindside him, but they may think it's an idol. And so to make him feel as safe as possible, Noelle is going to steal Owen's vote, which is part of the plan. But then she's going to flip over Sammy onto her side, making it a 3-2 vote because she steals Owen's vote. And now it's Sammy and Noelle combining for 3 votes, and Carla and James on the bottom. But Sammy doesn't like this plan as much, and he wants Carla to be on his side if he's going to flip against Carla's main ally in James. And so he goes to Carla. He says that he really likes Carla, and Carla needs to know. Basically, like, I don't know, like Sammy's kind of acting like a bitch here. He's really getting bitched by Carla, and is becoming Carla's kind of puppy dog in the game, where he's going and telling Carla when they're going to blindside her ally. He really wants that relationship with Carla, and it's interesting. I don't really think it's the best for his game, but that's what he wants to do. And so he goes and tells Carla like, hey, like I'm hearing James's name a lot. Do you want to flip over so that you're on the right side of the vote? And Carla is considering it, but she's iffy for sure. At the first tribal, we see James get blindsided here. James and Owen kind of have a back and forth argument. Noelle does end up initiating her plan, although we see Carla kind of giving credit for it in the edit, which is kind of stupid. But Noelle does her plan, and it turns out that even Carla knows about the vote because Sammy told her, and so it's now 4 votes on James, leading to a James blindside 4-1. And James is shocked. He's absolutely shocked, and he's pissed, and he says it's a good move, but like, where are y'all gonna go from here? And like, he is very, very angry. He goes over to the jury, and then the other group walks in. They're very shocked. They're like, what? Oh my gosh. And then they end up blindsiding Ryan, which is kind of confusing because the whole plan was that if James goes, then now Cassidy is free lunch because the only person that would be mad would be Carla. But I guess they changed their mind, they meaning Cody and Jesse. And so in the end, we see Ryan and James go out here, one being a blindside and one being a person who just wasn't really playing the game that hard and needed to go eventually. Hopefully, next episode is more hype. But what did you think about this episode? Let me know down below in the comments. As always, none of this happens without you guys, and that's what I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.